So, good evening everyone. Am I audible? Can you please confirm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, very good evening. I am Priya, doing PhD at IIT Kharagpur under the supervision of Professor Sudeep Mishra in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today, I'm going to discuss the question of week 2. But before that, let's wait. Some people are joining. So, okay, wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Some people are joining. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So before starting with the questions, I'm going to explain few concepts which were asked in the last session. So first one is WebSockets. WebSocket is a very a vast concept which is not going to cover in this lecture only. It will require 2 to 3 lectures to complete this WebSockets, but I'm just going to give you the flavor of what exactly is WebSocket and how it is going to be used for making the communication between 2 processes. So first of all, a WebSocket is a endpoint. In order to make communication possible between 2 devices, there is a need of endpoint through which the communication can take place. So in networks, you might have studied about the OSI layers, which is responsible for making the communication. So basically, this IP protocol is used to make the communication between 2 devices. But inside those devices, various processes are going to take place. So exactly with which process we are going to communicate, for that we need end-to-end communication, which is made possible with the help of TCP or UDP, anything you can consider. So in that case, we have to create one endpoint. So in order to create that endpoint, we need socket programming, and socket is that endpoint which is created at both the ends. So there may be 3 kind of sockets which we can use in our programming. First one is stream socket, second one is datagram socket, and third one is raw socket. So stream socket is the socket which we use in order to make communication which is reliable, that is with the help of TCP. Datagram sockets are the socket which we used when we are going to use the protocol UDP. And third one is the raw socket. So raw sockets are created when we are going to use the protocol ICMP. In order to get more details that how sockets are used, you can follow this link. This is a guide, Beats guide. So here complete usage of socket programming is given. After that, this diagram shows that how process to process communication take place with the help of socket. So at both the end we need to create sockets, at the client end also and at the server end also, and with the help of those sockets we are going to make the communication possible. So these are the basic functions or calls which take place while using socket programming. So these are the functions which we used at the server side, and these are the functions which we used at the client side. So basically at the server side, first of all we need to call socket function. So this call is made in order to create the socket at the server side as well as at the client side also. Then after that we need to call the function which is bind function. These all functions are mentioned in a library. So first of all you have to call that library, and after that you have to call this function. Then the second function is bind function. So this bind function is used to bind this server or that server host with your particular IP address. The next one is the listen call. So listen is used to hear all the connections which are present in the network. After that there may be various clients available in the network, so all the clients are trying to connect to the server. So those clients will make the connect call, and out of these clients the server has to accept any one of these clients. So in order to accept, server is going to make the use of accept call. After that, in order to send and receive messages, we are going to use send and receive call functions. And at the end, whenever this communication between a server and client take place, we need to close the socket which or close the connection which has been created. So these are the basic functions which we which we use in socket programming. Apart from these functions, you can make modification according to your application, what application you are using. So according to that you can make changes. After that, the question was asked that how multicasting can be done in WebSockets, or how we can share our data with multiple hosts at the same time. So one possibility is to send the message separately to each of the hosts, but this way takes lots of bandwidth. So in order to prevent this thing, we are going to use multicasting. So for that we initially has to create a multicast group, and after that we have to assign an IP address to that multicast group. For example, I have taken this screenshot from one code. So here the IP address that is assigned to the multicast group is 224.3.29.71, and this is the port number. So by giving the IP address of that multicast group, you can send messages to all the hosts which are present in that particular group. In order to get more idea, you can follow this link. And after that, the next question which was asked is that what is the criteria to select different data protocols, that on what basis we are going to decide that which data protocol are we going to use. So there we have studied various kind of data protocols, right? Here I am going to just give an example of two data protocols, that for example one is MQTT and second one is COAP. So here are its various functionality or properties you can consider. On the basis of those properties, we are going to decide that which protocol is suitable for our application. For example, if our application require less power, or if we are going to use our data protocol in such application where sensors are just placed, we cannot change our battery, then in that case we have to use the data protocol which will require less power, in which less power consumption is required. You can take an example of mining industries. For example, if you want to place your sensors in mines, so it will be difficult to regularly change your batteries of the sensors, right? So in that case you have to use the protocol which is first of all secure, second one which require less power. So in that case your COAP will be more suitable as compared to MQTT. Further, on the basis of model which they are using, that is your publish subscribe model and your request response model, you can decide on the basis of that also, that which kind of communication you want to make possible between your nodes. So on that basis also you can select your data protocol. This is not only for data protocol, actually this is applicable for all kind of protocol. So you are going to decide the protocol on the basis of application which you are going to use. Now the first question is, in general, Z-Wave protocol for communication among devices is used for, first one is topology management, second one is home automation, third is network configuration, and fourth one is none of the above. So anyone knows the answer of this? Okay. In order to answer this question, we have to know that what exactly is Z protocol, for which this protocol has been made. So here are some properties or features of Z protocol. So Z-Wave protocol is especially developed for home automation. It uses RF for radio frequency for signaling and control. It uses varying operating frequencies depending upon the region. For example, you can see that in US it is using 908.42 megahertz, whereas in Europe it is using 868.42 megahertz. The topology which this protocol is using is mesh network topology, and it can support up to 232 nodes in a network. What are the various reasons that why we should use Z protocol for home automation is that this protocol provides interoperability. It is easy to install. The power consumption required in order to use this protocol is less. Interference is also less. It provides security, scalability. It is open source as well as low cost protocol. So the correct answer for this question is Z protocol. Z-Wave protocol for communication among devices is used for home automation. It is Z protocol is made only for home automation. In the starting, it was only made for home automation. Yeah. Now the next question is, which of the following characteristics of hard data link layer helps it to achieve collision free and deterministic communication? First one is super frame, second one is channel hopping, third one is channel blacklisting, and fourth one is all of the above. Can anyone tell me that what is super frame?
Option D.
Your voice is very low.
I'm option D.
No, I'm not getting. Okay, I'll take
All of the above.
all of the above. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, first of all, we will know that what is super frame, what is channel hopping, then what is channel blacklisting, and after that we'll answer this question. So first one is super frames. So super frame is an aggregation of your time slots, and the width of those time slots which are used is 10 milliseconds, and these super frames are responsible for your collision free and deterministic communication. Further, super frames also control the timing of your transmission, which ensure the collision free and your reliable communication. Now the second one is your channel hopping. So channel hopping is just as the name suggests, that hopping between different channels, that is your switching between different channels. So it is a channel access method, and it is used by your low power devices to communicate in the wireless link, and it also improves your security. Then the third one is channel blacklisting. Here also name suggests, it means to blacklist the channel, right? So if some channel is consistently facing interference, then we have to remove that channel from use, and this process is called your channel blacklisting. So out of those three terms which we have used, that your channel hopping, your super frames, and your channel blacklisting, your super frame is used to achieve collision free and deterministic communication. Now the question number 3, which of the following is the basis of your Bluetooth technology? First one is ad hoc piconets, second one is ad hoc technology, third one is both A and B, and fourth one is none of the above. Anyone?
Um, Head of Piconets.
Okay, only ad hoc piconets, no ad hoc technology.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Actually, each person the questions will be differ.
What?
Uh, Sorry, this is the first time I'm attending this class.
Yeah. Yeah,
If
each
I'm
week the
looking,
questions are different. These questions are taken from the previous run of this course. So we are going to discuss the question of every week assignment of previous run. So this is for week 3.
yeah, week three only, ma'am. If I'm
Yeah,
looking at my questions, the questions are totally different than these questions.
yeah, this is not for this run of this course. This is for the previous run, which is for I guess January to April for that thing.
Okay, ma'am. So according to that, I need to take a reference and then I have to work for that.
Yeah,
Correct,
yeah,
ma'am?
yeah. You're right.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I got it. Thank you.
Someone was answering this question that someone has given that ad hoc piconet. Why not ad hoc technology? Okay, can anyone please tell me that what is ad hoc piconets? First of all, tell me what is ad hoc technology. Anyone? No? Ad hoc networks? Anyone has listened the term ad hoc networks? No? Okay. First of all, ad hoc technology or ad hoc networks. In case, first of all, okay, I'll tell you what is Bluetooth technology. Then we will switch to your ad hoc technology and ad hoc piconets. So, Bluetooth is a wireless technology used for your short range communication. The main intention behind using Bluetooth is to replace the cables connecting the portable units, and further Bluetooth also provides high level security. Bluetooth technology is based on your both, that is your ad hoc technology as well as your ad hoc piconets. Now we will know that what is your ad hoc technology and ad hoc piconets. So first of all, I'll tell you that what exactly are ad hoc networks. So in case of your ad hoc networks, the devices, the various sensors which are present are at the areas which are not in the reach of human, for example in the mines or in the oceans, where connection should be automatic without the interruption of human. So the connection between the devices which are used or the sensor which are used should be spontaneous. So in case of your ad hoc technology, the devices spontaneously connect and communicate with each other without the interruption of the human beings. Now what are your so in case of Bluetooth also, if the connection or pairing has been established, then your devices automatically connect to each other. You don't need to specify anything, or you don't need to do anything. Initially you have to make some changes, and after that connection got established. So your Bluetooth technology is based on your ad hoc technology. Second one is your ad hoc picconets. So in your Bluetooth, uh, okay, yeah, in your Bluetooth there can be one master node through which various devices can connect. So basically, with one master node, 7 devices can connect at a time, and that group of devices, that is your one master node and your slave nodes, is called ad hoc piconet. So the size of this piconet can vary from 2 to 8. In case of 2, one will be your master node and other will be your slave node. And in case of 8, one will be your master node and other 7 will be your slave nodes. So the correct answer for this question is both A and B. That is your ad hoc piconet and ad hoc technology. The next question is which of the following protocol uses healing to bypass radio dead spots? First one is HART, second one is NFC, third is Z-wave, fourth one is none of the above. Okay, can anyone tell me what is dead spot? No? Okay. So dead spots are the zones where there is very less signal or there is no signal can be received at that point. Name is also suggesting that dead means there is nothing, right? So the zone or the area which is in the range of particular radio transmitter, but at that area the signal is very weak, that with that signal you are not able to communicate, or there is no signal. Now what is the reason behind these dead spots, then why these dead spots occur? So basically signal, the power of signal got decreased whenever it faced some obstacles, right? So due to those obstacles, the strength of your signal got decreased, or the signal become weak. So due to this dead spots occurs. So in order to bypass those dead spots, your some there should be a process, because in case of, for example, you can take an example of home automation, right? There are lots of obstacle at homes, there are different devices you are using, various furniture. So because of those obstacle your signal will become weak. So you need something to bypass those dead spots, because you need communication in case of your home automation, right? So the process of bypassing those dead spot is called healing, and this healing is used in your Z wave, because Z wave is used in your home automation, right? Now question number 5. Which of the following nodes send false routing messages in the network? First one is your bad nodes, second one is badly failed nodes, third one is failed nodes, and fourth one is all of the above. Anyone who wants to give the answer of this question? Week 3 is already completed, right? The lectures are already completed. Anyone can? Am I audible? Week 3 lectures are completed, right? Okay. Okay, so first of all, in order to answer this question, we need to know that what are the different kind of nodes which are available. So basically, the nodes are categorized into mainly two categories, and further these are further divided. So one is please mute yourself. First one is a normal node and second one is abnormal nodes. So normal nodes, as the name suggests, the nodes which are working perfectly fine in the ideal environment condition are normal nodes, whereas on the other hand abnormal nodes are the nodes which are not working properly. So these abnormal nodes are further categorized into four categories. First one is your failed node, second one is badly failed node, third one is your selfish node, and fourth one is your malicious nodes. Okay. So failed nodes are the nodes which are unable to perform the particular operation they are used to perform. Okay. So this might be possible due to the power failure or environment condition, anything. The second type is badly failed node. So these nodes also does not perform the operation that they should perform, but at the same time they are also sending the false messages, false routing messages. Third one is the selfish node. So this type of nodes show their unwillingness to cooperate to perform their operation. And the last one is malicious node. So they deliberately disrupt the correct operation, or they deliberately not performing the correct operation which they have to perform. So the correct option is badly failed node, as these badly failed node do not perform their regular operation. At the same time, they are also sending the false routing messages in the network. Next question is, which of the following layers provide multiplexing capability in Bluetooth technology? Options are L2CAP, second one is RFCOM, third is SDP, and fourth one is baseband. Anyone who wants to give answer? That which layer is responsible for multiplexing? No? Okay, in OSI model, can anyone tell that which layer is responsible for multiplexing and demultiplexing? No?
Network layer.
Network layer is responsible for your multiplexing. And in Bluetooth? What? Okay. So this is the protocol stack of your Bluetooth technology, which consists of various layers. So first one is the physical radio layer, second one is baseband, then these are the layer, and final is your application layer. So I'm going to tell only the function of these layers which are mentioned here. So first one is your baseband. So this is the physical layer of Bluetooth technology, which is responsible for establishing the physical links and channels. Apart from establishing the physical links, it is also responsible for error correction, data binding, hop selection, Bluetooth, and also responsible for your Bluetooth security. It also manages synchronous and asynchronous links and handle packets, paging, and inquiry. Basically, all the physical activities which are responsible in order to transmit data through Bluetooth is done by your baseband layer. Now the second one is your L2CAP layer. L2CAP stands for Logical Link Control and Adaptation Protocol. It is layered over your baseband protocol, as you have seen here. This is your L2CAP and this is your baseband. After that, this L2CAP is responsible for multiplexing multiple logical connection between two devices. Further, it provides connection-oriented and connectionless data services, and it is also responsible for your the segmentation of data packets and further the reassembly of the same, and it is also responsible for group abstraction. Now RFCOM. So RFCOM stands for radio frequency communication. It is cable replacement protocol used for generating virtual serial data stream. It provides binary data transport and emulates control signal over Bluetooth baseband layer. It also provides reliable data streaming and supports 60 connections spontaneously. Now the last one is service discovery protocol, which is responsible for discovering the various services and their features, and it also responsible for a reliable transfer of packets by using your request and response model. Request and response model I have already discussed in your last session. I have discussed your publish subscribe as well as request response model. So correct option is L2CAP. L2CAP is responsible for providing your multiplexing capability to the Bluetooth technology. Now next question, that is your question number 7, is which of the following component can be considered as optional for sensor node? Options are sensing unit, transceiver, location finding unit, and none of the above. Anyone wants to give answer of this question? Okay. So these are various components of your sensor node. First one you can consider as sensing unit, which is responsible for sensing the data from the environment. Second one is transceiver. Transceiver is nothing, the unit which is responsible for transmitting and receiving the data. Third one is your ADC, analog digital converter. So this unit is responsible for converting the signals from analog to digital and vice versa. Third one is the processor. So we need to do some processing over the data which is sensed by your sensing unit. So that processing is done by your processor. Storage, as name suggests, is used to provide some storage. Power component is used to provide power to your sensor node. And last one is your location finding unit. Location finding unit is some GPS module which is used to find location. So basically in a sensor, sensing unit is required, because without sensing unit the role of the sensor is null only, right? So transceiver and ADC is also required, because without transceiver you are not able to transmit the data which you have sensed. Third one is your processor is also required. The data which you have stored, which you have sensed, needs some storage. And power component is also required, because without power your sensor is not going to work. So basically all these components are necessary. However, your location finding unit is optional. So in some cases there is a need of location finding unit, and in some cases there is no use of this component. So the optional component is your location finding unit. Next question is which of the following provide energy to peer-to-peer tags? Options are reader. Second one is they have their own house. Third one is both A and B, and fourth one is doesn't require any energy. So in order to answer this question, we should know that what exactly is your peer. Please mute. We need to know what exactly is peer-to-peer tags. So peer-to-peer tags are nothing but your active devices or active tags. So these active tags there are two types of tag. One is your active tag and second one is your passive tag. Active tags are the tags which have their own power, whereas passive tags are the tags which require power from other devices or somewhere else. So basically your peer-to-peer tag are the tags which have their own powerhouse, and they are able to collect and transmit data. Obviously this is required. All types of tags are responsible for this. And second is the smartphones are the good example of your active devices, because they need power from outside, but they can run for a large amount of time. Next question is which of the following provide this is the same question, and the correct option is that peer-to-peer tags have their own powerhouse. Next one is which of the following scheme re-establish the connectivity between dumb nodes with other? Option are CORD, CARD, both A and B, and fourth one is none of the above. So these are the two schemes which are proposed by various authors. So these are the schemes which are used to re-establish the connectivity between the dumb nodes with other. There are various other schemes also, for example CORD, WAC, LEC, RAD. So these are basically the papers which are and in those papers various schemes are proposed by various authors. So you can go through these papers by using these links. I have given the links also. The first two links are for your CORD and CORAD, whereas the third link is for all the various schemes which can be used to re-establish the connectivity between your dumb nodes and the others. Now the question number 10, that which layer of Bluetooth handle paging? Options are L2 CAP, second one is RF COM, third one is SDP, and fourth one is baseband. Anyone? I have already
Baseband.
explained this thing previously. Which layer is responsible?
Baseband.
What?
Baseband.
Baseband. Okay. What is paging exactly? Anyone?
Ma'am, it is the process of having connection between two Bluetooth devices.
Yeah. This is the process to establish the connection between two Bluetooth devices, right? So as I already told you, all the physical layer services that are to establish connection, hop selection, all these things are done by your baseband layer. The next question is in journal, is it advisable to increase the duty cycle of a node in case of rare events for social sensing? Options are yes, no, not applicable. Anyone? First of all, tell me what is duty cycle. Anyone? Duty cycle.
Ma'am, it is the time for which a system is been operated.
Yeah. Uh, it is the time, it is the ratio of time actually for which your sensor is live or it is working over the complete cycle, right? So, okay. Now you know the definition of your duty cycle. Now, is it advisable to increase the duty cycle in case of your rare events?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Because if you increase the duty cycle, it may get faulty, the nodes.
How?
If you are operating continuously for these kind of events, definitely a device can get faulty.
Not exactly faulty, as we know now कि your these sensors are resource constrained devices. Power which is present at them is very less, so if it is active for large time, then it is definitely its power will get low. And in case of rare events, that the event which is not going to occur for long period, then why we have to keep the sensor active, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So there is no need to keep that sensor active for that long period of time. So it is better to make the sensor or the device to go to sleep mode.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Next one is Zigbee Pro compatible with your Zigbee RF4CE? Yes, no. Third one is not applicable. Anyone? Week 3 lectures are not completed yet. This time no one is answering. I'm assuming that week 3 is not completed. But I guess week 4 assignments are floated, right?
Yes, ma'am, it is floated. Definitely, we will come with the answers on week 4.
Yeah, then why you are not able to give the answers of week 3 assignment? Because these topics or these concepts are already done in lectures of week 3. See,
Yes,
similar
ma'am.
kind of questions are going to come in your exams also. The main motive behind these sessions are to get you familiar with the type of question that may come in your exams, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So the option is no. All these Zigbee Pro, Zigbee RF4CE, and Zigbee IP, all of these are not compatible with each other. Next one is, which of the following is true? Scatternet is a subset of Piconet. Second one is, Piconet is a subset of Scatternet. Third one is, a device can be a master in more than one Piconet. And fourth one is, a Piconet can have maximum of 10 Scatternets. Okay, anyone?
Piconet is a subset of scatternet.
Okay, alright. So what is Scatternet?
Um, a group of subset of Piconets.
Right. So here you can see in the example that scatternet is your superset of basically your piconets. And as I have already mentioned that in a piconet there will be one master node which can be connected to at least one device and maximum up to 7 slave nodes. So if a node is master in one piconet, then it cannot be a master in another piconet. It can be act as slave in another piconet, but it cannot act as a master in another piconet. So right option for this is, your piconet is a subset of your scatternet. Question number 14. Which of the following suffers in case of total corporation in wireless ad hoc and sensor networks? First one is your network delay. Second one is your network throughput. Third one is your node lifetime. And fourth one is all of the above. Anyone? This is the clear statement which sir has given in his lecture. Which of the following suffer if there is a complete corporation between your wireless ad hoc network and your sensor network? Delay, throughput, lifetime.
Delay, ma'am.
Delay. It's nodes lifetime. So in case of your total corporation between your wireless ad hoc network and your sensor network, your nodes lifetime will suffer. However, if there is not corporation between your wireless ad hoc network and sensor network, then your network throughput will suffer. Next question is, does ISA 100.11a support tunneling mode? Yes or no? Anyone? Okay, can anyone tell me what is ISA 100.11a? That for what thing it is used to represent? No? ISA 100.11a just show the mesh networks. In order to represent your mesh network, this is the standard which we used, and your ISA 100.11a is support your tunneling mode. Okay, so these are the questions of your week 3. So if you have any doubt, you can ask, or if you want me to prepare some topic for next session, then also you can ask. Okay. No question?
Ma'am,
One request, will you provide the summary of whole week within a lecture for 15 minutes?
summary of all the lectures will be difficult actually, but I'll try to cover all the things, because for example you can see, in order to explain one protocol only it will take 15 to 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So what I can do is I can explain what is the basic functionality of that thing. That will be
Yeah,
better, because
that will be better, ma'am. That will be better.
Yes, ma'am, and definitely will be helpful in that
yeah,
case.
that thing I'll do from next session. And okay, anything else?
Ma'am, can we get these slides?
Yeah, slides are posted by NPTEL team, I guess. So they will post. I already shared these slides with them. They will post in your portal. You can check over there.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. Anything else?
Ma'am, to get more knowledge about these NT technologies and all, so wherever that where the paper is presented, that we need to prefer that entire thing. Then only we will get more on knowledge on this. Am I right, ma'am?
What can you please repeat?
Yes, ma'am. You have mentioned that this particular term has been mentioned in a
It's
particular
better
paper.
that you will write in your chat box. It will be
Okay.
much better actually. We need to prepare the entire paper which presented by author, which you mentioned in the slides. Not exactly, this is just for your knowledge. This thing is not going to come in your exams, at least. For exam point of view, only the lecture material which is provided by sir will be enough. But yeah, you can also refer to the book as mentioned over the course page, that is the Introduction to Internet of Things by Sudeep Mishra. And for exam point of view, you don't need to go through the papers, but for your knowledge, just for your knowledge, you can check these papers. Any other question? Is there anyone who has attended previous session also? Okay. Can you please confirm whether the slides which were the topics which I have covered in the last session have been uploaded over your course web page or not? Did you check? Can you give a lecture on some practical demonstration? Yeah, these things will be covered in the upcoming lectures, as I guess for week 7 or 8 the demonstration of IoT applications are there. So that time I'm going to explain the question, as well as will give you some practical demos also. Okay, it's not available. Okay, fine. I'll check and get back. Any question regarding today's lecture or regarding previous lecture? Or any topic of week 3 that you want me to cover, or any topic of week 4 as well, because in next week we are going to cover week 4 assignment. No. UAV networks. That will be covered, I guess, in upcoming lectures. So that time we will cover. I'm just asking about week 3 or week 4. UAV
Excuse me,
network.
ma'am.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what about the final exam, ma'am? Whether it will be in online or offline, ma'am?
That question you can ask on Google forum. These things I don't know actually. Administrative questions you can ask on your that discussion forum.
Thank you, ma'am.
NFC. Okay, so you want me to explain this protocol NFC?
Ma'am, can you explain dump behavior in IoT?
What?
Ma'am, dump behavior.
Dumb behavior. That what
Yes,
exactly is your dumb node?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, basically your network, your sensor node. See, this dumb. There are various modes in which your sensor node can be, right. One will be your active mode, in which the sensor is sensing data and it is sending to your that main master node. Second one will be your the second will be the sleep mode, where sensor is not doing anything, right. But in case of dump, it is active but not doing anything. See, it is using power, it is not in sleep mode, but at the same time it is not doing anything. So that is the dumb behavior, dumb node. For getting more idea that how this is going to work, you can refer to various research papers uh, which are based on your dumb nodes. Okay, NFC. NFC I'll cover. Ma'am, could you time division multiplexing scheme in Bluetooth, working principle of NFC. Okay, these things I'll cover in next lecture. First one is your time division multiplex. In case of your Bluetooth, time division multiplexing works same as it works in normal computer networks. There is nothing different in that. Time division multiplexing remains same. And working principle of NFC I'll check and explain you in the next session.
Ma'am, could you explain how time division multiplexing works in general computers?
In general computers, okay, I'll give you example. For example, multiplexing basically means to share the channel. Okay, I'm not going to give you technical definition because I also need to check. I'm just going to give you example right now. So in case, for example, there are three hosts, right, three receiver and three senders. So the sender want to send data to the receiver, and there might be one possibility that all the three senders are